people talk a lot about blame shifting, right? But sometimes there's a shift and you're not to blame. When you go into an environment where there's a lot of ungodly behavior, all kinds of craziness, just debauchery, things like that that happen that you don't necessarily agree with, that doesn't mean you're perfect if you call it out. That doesn't mean you're perfect if you have a problem with it. That spirit that's in that realm is going to conflict with that spirit that's in you. So what happens is there's a shift. You start praying before you go to work all the time. You start speaking against those demons in that particular place that you frequent, but you have to go there. So what you do is to prepare yourself, you put your armor on. You speak against those things. You call those things out. So when you go in there, you're fully armored up. You're fully prepared to deal with whatever you may have to deal with on a daily basis, right? But see, then that shift happens. That shift happens. The devil gets upset. So he brings more demons your way. You know, he gets more frustrated. He starts throwing these accusations at you, this slander, this gossip, all these things start coming your way. That shift has happened because now the devil is upset. Okay. But are you the blame for the shift? No, you're not. Where there's more God, the devil gets more uncomfortable. And when you go in there with your armor on, the devil brings all he can at you to try to break that armor down. Tear you down with the gossip, the slanders, the lie. All of a sudden people start lying on you. All of a sudden your name keeps coming up, all these things. But you know that you're blameless, right? If you know you're blameless, then you have nothing to worry about. Because what comes along with that shift could be the revelation that God is telling you that your season might be up in this place. That's why you have to pray for spiritual discernment, because it could be that your season is up. Sometimes you're in a place temporarily for a reason. You have that holy dissatisfaction where that place is no longer fulfilling for you, where spiritually you feel conflicted when you go in there. It's like sometimes you have to move around. Not to say that those demons are more powerful than you, but sometimes God is moving you somewhere else. But to know that would come with constant prayers, trying to stay in the spirit, looking to him for guidance, because we can easily operate out of our flesh and lash out at that person or the people bothering you and say, forget it, I'm not going to deal with this, I'm leaving. While it may be within God's will for you to leave that place, it may not be the time yet. When that shift happens, you keep going. You don't shut down. You don't retreat. You don't say, man, I need to back off. I need to... Let it be God's timing, but don't stop what you're doing. You keep the foot on the gas with the prayer. You keep your foot on the gas with speaking the truth. You keep your foot on the gas with speaking the word of God, speaking how you feel about the word, spreading truth. Don't get in people's face and be aggressive, but don't let the devil cause you to retreat. When that shift happens, and you know it's because you've been praying, you've been speaking, you've been casting those demons out, you've been going in and trying to operate out of that godly mindset. When you know for sure that shift is happening because of those things, and you are blameless with the things that are trying to put against you, nothing else matters. You go in there strong, you go in there with your head held high, and you put on the armor of God and know that whatever comes next, they cannot ever defeat you.